Hello folks, this is Kris with a K. I am the co-founder of Break Orbit Studios, and today I'm going to do something that violates our decorum a little bit. This isn't something that we would normally do, nor would we have the ideation to do, but since Break Orbit is getting some minor headway into the foray of YouTube, whatever, with the Star Wars videos and of course the iPhone video, more and more people are watching every day, so I thought I would take the time to show you guys something that kind of is what you wouldn't expect for when you pay $60 for a video game. Like I said, this is something that we normally don't do and probably won't do again. And I'm also not overly concerned with the quality of how this is going. I'm sure I sound a bit drab right now recording this at some 2:40 in the morning. As much as it's been heralded since it's come out, the new Deus Ex game has been ragged by people that claim it's been glitched from PC to console, 360, PlayStation 3. I think I found something in one of my playthroughs that probably tops them all. The only reason why I chose to bring this up, and like I said, this isn't something we normally do, but in trolling the IDOS forums, I haven't seen anyone else come forward and say that they've had this problem, but it's something that should be seen and hopefully fixed. But if not, I can't finish the game, so I'm actually fairly pissed about it. Alright, just to set the scene, this is the PlayStation 3 version of Deus Ex Revolution, the final level, Panchaea. I played through the entire game basically as a white meat babyface. I did all the right things. The only thing that I think I did bad was in the very first mission I accidentally killed the hostages that you're supposed to save, but other than that I went through the motions, saved Malik. I'm not trying to do any of the harder, trophy missions, stuff like, the entire pacifist, tranquilize everybody, don't kill anybody kind of stuff like that. But all in all, most of the flag mark events that you're supposed to go through that, you know, changed people's opinions of you and everything like that, basically I did everything good. But for starters, I'm going to go through the upper vent path as opposed to going through the electrified water hallway because it's just easier to do. Now I'm going to go through this door, and for those of you who have played the game, obviously you have, you wouldn't be watching this, but on the opposite side of the elevator there's another double door that doesn't open, or at least for me it doesn't open. Like I've never been beyond this part of the game, so I don't really know what it does. But if I go to that door, the conversation between Pritchard, there's the Xbox 360 door, uh, the conversation between Jansen and Pritchard happens, and you actually hear the voices of the characters talking. And then I can go over the elevator and it'll happen, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and go straight to the elevator because something a little bit more interesting happens. And I'm going to pull up a gun just to show something else interesting that happens once I push this magical button. And around this time, the music isn't very loud in this part of the game anyway, but if you listen hard enough while you're playing, it's basically going through a 1 second loop, kind of like the magic door the 360 guys keep talking about that freezes the game. You can still hear the siren in the background, but the music keeps basically repeating itself over the last second before you do something. And then the door opens up and surprise, it's magic. This is a big doo-doo brown void. You cannot really see anything. The only thing, I don't know if you can see it very well in the video, but you can kind of see, you can see the smoke coming from down below on something, and if you look off into the distance you can see little 2-picture JPEG seagulls flying around. And I'm not going to step off the elevator. If I step off the elevator, basically the game will freeze up and I have to turn everything off and start over, reset the system and all that other good stuff. But taking a weapon down, which is why I put the gun up in the first place, if I tried to change weapons, now I can no longer do it. And if I tried to do it, then I can no longer re-equip the weapon that I previously had. And basically, it's just this big doo-doo brown void. Like I said, I'm not going to step off the elevator because the game will freeze up. So instead, we're just going to go ahead and ride back down. As you can see, the conversation that I was talking about earlier, that the double door between Pritchard and Jensen, is not happening. It's just frozen on the screen. Doing this, I'm showing that I can still use consumables, but like I said, I'm trying again and I can't change my weapon back. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back out to where we started. I'm going to head towards the infamous Xbox 360 door that people have come up with ludicrous ways of getting around, jumping and turning around in circles and not looking at the door and other bullshit they had to do to get through the door. And we're going to go to a little tunnel with a ladder that comes up from the ground. It's basically a hole. I don't remember if that's from the electrified water or not, but you get to see something interesting. And nothing's there. You can see the pillars that things stand on, kinda. They disappear every now and then. There is a ladder there, and if I jump down in that, I can climb up the non-existent ladder. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up and go through the way I came in, because if I jump down in that hole, sometimes my game freezes up just like it would when I step off the elevator, sometimes it doesn't. There's the double door I was talking about. If I go to that, Pritchard and Chance will start talking, and they'll actually talk to each other and not have the subtitles stay there, but they'll actually talk to each other. But I'm going to go up and around and back the same way I came in. That way you can see a little bit better of what actually happened as soon as I push that button on the elevator. And how this asshole actually got killed up here is beyond me. Can't explain that. As you can see, all these autosaves that's coming up on the screen too, they save, yeah, but as they save to this exact same condition where there's a floating saucer. Um, Already you can see something is amiss, and there you go. There is the entire platform that had the burning helicopters on it. All the fire, all the crates and shit are gone. And you get this nice little matte painting of a polar ice cap. I think I just fell down onto the ledge that you're supposed to walk on. You can see the interiors, you can see the hole before, and Jansen does his magical Solid Snake Terminator thing onto nothing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know why this is happening. I've gone as far as going to a red box and just picking up another copy of the game just to see if this is doing it. And the only thing I can come up with is that it's just the decisions I made throughout the game, because I know people have beaten this game on the PlayStation 3, so it really defies explanation, although you do get to see these lovely images of burning boats and a little rocket penis thing that you fly in when you first show up to Panchaea. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any explanation as to why this is, I would love to hear your theories, but I digress. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out all the other videos from Break Orbit, and check us out at breakorbitstudios.com.
Break Orbit Studios.
Stupid penis thing.
The world is yours to live.